In a year packed with masterpieces, Frieren's beautiful heartbreak, The Apothecary Diaries' unexpected charm, the anime community was stunned. When Anime of the Year went to Solo Leveling, the internet, to put it mildly, had a meltdown. Message boards blew up. Twitter threads scrolled for miles. On one side, legions of fans celebrated what felt like a well-earned win. On the other, a massive portion of the community was left asking a single question. How? How did a show many dismissed as a generic power fantasy beat some of the deepest, most artistic anime of the year? Was it an unstoppable global fan movement? A flaw in the voting system? Or was it something else entirely, a perfectly timed surge of hype and momentum? Today, we're not just asking the question. We're breaking down the massive fan engagement and cultural wave that powered this shocking and historic victory. This is the real story of how Solo Leveling actually won Anime of the Year. First, it's crucial to understand how stacked 2025 was. This win didn't happen in a vacuum. The award season was filled with heavyweights. Dan Da Dan, known for its wild art style and eccentric characters. Delicious in Dungeon and Kaijuno, ate both massive manga adaptations that delivered strong debuts. And then, there was Frieren. Beyond Journey's End, the critical favorite. The show earned endless praise for its profound storytelling, emotional gut punches, and melancholic exploration of time and loss. It even won Best Drama, Best Director, and Best Background art, clear signs of its prestige. Many believed Frieren was a once-in-a-decade masterpiece. So when Sung Jin-woo won Best Main Character, Solo Leveling took Best New Series, and finally, Anime of the Year, the shock was real. It felt like a massive upset, one that flew in the face of all critical expectations. But to understand how it happened, we need to go back way before the anime even aired. The story of Solo Leveling's win starts long before A-1 Pictures drew a single frame, begins with its roots. A South Korean web novel, and even more importantly, a record-breaking manhwa. Before it was an anime, Solo Leveling was already a global juggernaut, one of the most read and most shared webtoons on the planet. It had millions of fans deeply invested in Sung Jin-woo's rise from the weakest hunter to a system-breaking powerhouse. This wasn't just another debut anime. It was the long-awaited adaptation of a story fans had followed for years that gave it a massive, arguably unfair head start. While anime like Frieren or The Apothecary Diaries built their fandoms from scratch, Solo Leveling arrived with a global army already in place. And that's the key most critics miss. This win wasn't just about the 12 episodes. It was the payoff for years of fan loyalty. For many, this wasn't just a good adaptation, it was a long-deserved celebration. And the Crunchyroll Anime Awards gave them the perfect platform to prove it. A huge fan base alone doesn't guarantee a win. But when you look at how the awards work, it becomes a major factor. The Crunchyroll Anime Awards are primarily fan-driven. While a panel of judges contributes 30% to the score, the remaining 70% comes from public votes. In 2025, a record 51 million votes were cast by fans worldwide. Solo Leveling's fanbase turned out in force. Countries like Brazil, France, Germany, India, and Mexico were among the top voting regions, showing the anime's vast international appeal. In total, Solo Leveling won 9 awards, including Anime of the Year, Best New Series, Best Main Character, Best Score, Best Ending Sequence, and 3 voice acting awards. This wasn't just a win, it was a sweep. The award system didn't just allow this to happen, it enabled it. When popularity becomes the deciding metric, a globally coordinated fanbase can absolutely overpower critical acclaim. Solo Leveling looked and sounded incredible. A-1 Pictures delivered jaw-dropping animation, and Hiroyuki Sawano's score turned every fight into a cinematic event. It rightfully won Best Score, and some say it carried the anime emotionally where the plot couldn't. But the secret weapon? The release schedule? The voting window opened just as Season 2 was wrapping up, dropping some of the most hyped story arcs and shattering viewership records. This created a huge recency bias. Fans were officially supposed to vote based on Season 1, but the hype from Season 2 was still fresh. New viewers who jumped in during the second season were voting based on the momentum, not a detailed comparison to shows like Frieren. It was the perfect setup. Global fan base. It's fan-powered voting system. Peak popularity right before voting. And with that combination, Solo Leveling swept the stage. Still, writing off this win as just hype ignores something important. Many fans genuinely love Solo Leveling. For them, it's the pinnacle of power fantasy storytelling, pure escapism, explosive action, and the ultimate underdog payoff. But critics and many longtime anime fans had concerns. They felt the win exposed a deeper issue. That popularity now outweighs artistry. Frieren was slow, deep, and introspective. Its side characters had emotional arcs, and its themes resonated with people on a human level. By comparison, Solo Leveling had a more straightforward plot and a protagonist some felt lacked depth, especially in Season 1. And that raises a difficult but necessary question. What should Anime of the Year actually mean? Should it reward artistic mastery and innovation? Or celebrate cultural impact and fan engagement? In 2025, Solo Leveling forced the anime world to confront that dilemma. So now I turn it over to you. Was this a win worth celebrating, or a sign that the award system is broken? Did hype defeat quality, or did the fans finally get their moment? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments. I'm reading them all. When you connect the dots, Solo Leveling's victory wasn't a mistake. It was the system doing exactly what it's built to do. It brought together a massive global fan base, a fan-first voting model, and the perfect wave of hype and timing. Solo Leveling didn't just win Anime of the Year, it redefined how you win it. And that win may change what kinds of anime get made going forward. The battle between popularity and art isn't new. But in 2025, for one night, the world's weakest hunter stood on top of the anime world. And we'll be talking about his victory for years to come.